talking about, the state of the housing market, there was a story in the Albuquerque Journal, local, talking about what's going on in the housing market, and they highlighted some of the stuff that, we've been talking about for a long time. One of them is that the high-end market is very, very strong in Albuquerque, and there's been very, very strong sales in what we call luxury market, which is probably 500,000, 600,000 and above, somewhere in that. That's been a moving target, actually, because it's moved so much lately. One of the things I found interesting, there was a quote that said that the movie industry, a lot of movie industry buyers coming into our market. And I'm thinking about our team, and we're the biggest team in Albuquerque.
As in selling the most homes than anybody.
Yeah. And I'm like going, I don't really see a lot of, movie industry executives or high-end people coming here buying homes. It seems like a lot of the rental market is driven by the moving industry, the movie industry. And so I don't know. I see those things and I go, talking about high end
stats.
Yeah. It's like talking about the high end market and how busy it is, and that, we've got a lot of people moving here for the movie industry, and tying those two things together. I don't know. That stat doesn't exist that I know of.
To give a little perspective, we've helped over 375 people in the process of buying a home, or already bought or sold a home. And I can think of one person that maybe was tied to the movie industry of all of those. Now, I wouldn't know everything because we've got a whole team. But nobody here resonates with that.
Yeah, nor do I. And we don't want to get Eddie started on the movie industry. That's a whole nother conversation.
So the other thing is, we hear all these people are coming from California. And again, there's no statistics to prove that. And we don't see it. And we would feel it.
The biggest driver to the housing boom in the Albuquerque area, and it's the same as everywhere else in the country for the most part, is just people that live here that want to be homeowners that weren't homeowners before. And then you've got those the move up buyers that are buying the bigger house. So we are seeing that, most of the luxury sales in Albuquerque are people that are from here, that live here, that already had a house. Maybe, their home prices have gone up 25% in the last 3 years. It's like, shoot, let's take that and move that into that dream house that we always wanted. Interest rates are at an all-time low. Right?
Crazy.
Again,
so good.
Can I just say, I just want to make sure, I don't have any data to back that up. I'm just telling you that for the most part, it does appear most of the home sales are people from here.
So I will say there has been one segment that I have noticed a few transactions that are tied together, and that's Intel. We've seen some people moving here for Intel and buying homes. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say they're all luxury buyers though. Mm-hmm. I have seen at least one luxury Intel buyer, but the rest are buying what everyone else is buying, our median price home in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. So we have seen an influx there, more than I would say on the movie industry.
Just a couple more things on the housing market, just overall in Albuquerque. The home prices this time of year traditionally, what we call flatten out, where they don't continue to rise quite as much, and that has been true here in the last, let's say, 8 weeks. It's the home prices have somewhat flattened out.
So this topic is, our home is the demand pulling back? Are we seeing a change in our market?
And I would answer that two ways. Yes, we are seeing a change, and that's normal.
Right. Like, this is a topic in and of itself.
Yeah, well,
this is seasonally normal. We've got kids going back to school this week. We've got parents figuring out childcare. We've got people focused on what normally happens this time of year.
So I saw a story that was, buyer demand, are we still having bidding wars? And it's like, well, are the bidding wars slowing down? Yes, for homes. Are there still bidding wars? Absolutely. Are we getting, 5 offers instead of 20 offers. Right. So yes, the market's slowing. No, the traffic is strong. I have a stat that shows the number of showings there are, what we call foot traffic in the Albuquerque area. It's just as strong as last year. It's just as strong as 2019. You know, the home buyers are out there. The other stat that I watch is, and just talking about demand, is loan applications, mortgage loan applications. And mortgage loan applications have come down. So you might see some headlines that say, oh, mortgage applications are down. Well, down versus last year where they were just off the hook. But historically, they're still above averages historically. We still have a lot of buyers out there. Buyer demand is not waning, and if anybody tells you otherwise, I don't know what they're looking at, but that data isn't out there. The other thing, if anybody,
they heard somebody in the grocery store line or something. They don't have the stats that you look at.
I mean, the truth is, there's a lot of YouTuber prognosticators on all different things, you know, economy, whatever. And some of them get on there and talk about the impending housing bubble, and the bubble's going to pop. You gotta if you're listening to that and you're believing that, you got to understand that they're leaving something out, and usually the thing they're leaving out is demographics, and that we have the largest population in the country are in the late 20s to early 30 age, and they don't own homes.
And they're going to be home buyers.
And that we've got a 13-year underbuilding of homes in the whole country. 13 years we've underbuilt the number of homes. I saw something just the other day, just on the Albuquerque market. They were saying like Rio Rancho, there's like 7,000 homes short. In the greater Albuquerque area, it could be as many as 15 to 20,000 homes short for a healthy market, right? And the problem we have right now, the one problem we do have, home prices are going up at a really fast pace, and that's not good for anybody. I mean, I take that back. Yeah. It's great if you're a homeowner and you want to sell and you don't have to buy anything.
Right. Or if you're a homeowner and you need some resources because you have equity.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So anyway, just, there is one story. I said there are some supply challenges, or continues to be supply challenges in the housing world. And, there's just the building materials is a problem. But a news story I just saw, or a research I just saw, they looked at let me find the study here, but basically what they're looking at is the supply of lots. That's the finished lots that you can build a home on. It was like an all-time low nationwide. It was down 35% versus last year, which was already down. And so, if we think we're going to build our way out of this housing supply shortage, it's going to take a while to work out.
Right.
The one thing I will say, let me just leave off with this, is if we see mortgage rates go above 4%, let's say, maybe 4.5%, 5%, that will slow down the housing market. But until we reach that, I don't see it changing.